Jeanine LeFlore. I'm here with Drew Houston with DropBox. Drew, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, you've had some fantastic experience, and thank you so much for the keynote you gave earlier. Can you tell us a little bit about your startup story?
Yeah, so it's a company called DropBox, really easy way to share files across the computers with other people. Got started out of MIT a few years ago, and things are going really well.
Fantastic. So you've been doing this for how long now?
About 4 years. Company's 4 years old, yeah.
Wow, and is this your first entrepreneurial experience?
It's not, actually. I started an online SAT prep company before this, and I had been involved with different startups for a while before that.
So you've been doing this for a while. You've had some other startups that have gone well, or maybe you've been working on.
They're all learning experiences.
They're all learning experiences. So what advice would you give to other people who are starting other companies and trying to see where they're taking them?
Just work on things that you're really excited about. It's also important to have a really good market. One of the good things about DropBox is it's something that anybody with a computer or a phone can use, and so that's been really helpful to us. Okay, and can you summarize for us some of the key points you made on stage earlier today? Sure. I think covered a lot of different things, but most importantly, the importance of hiring really well, the sort of challenges around running a company, and sort of you're going to make mistakes and you're going to be learning things for the first time. So sticking through that, and then in our case, I think it's been really important that we've tried to make a product that's really easy to use and simple, and that spreads itself. And so we talked a lot about that. Okay, fantastic. You talked about hiring. You talked about getting advice from other people. Have you had mentors? And if so, what have those mentors done for you? Yeah. All kinds of people have been helpful along the way. Both from other experienced entrepreneurs, and so some of our investors at Sequoia and Excel, and at Y Combinator. That's the great part about the Valley, is that there's so many people out here who are doing it now or who have done it before, and there's nowhere else in the world where you can learn as much from people who are actually going through it. Wow. So how long have you been running the company now? 4 years. 4 years. And what would it take to run a company? What do you think the entrepreneurs out there should know on the key factors on what they need to learn? I think, I started out as an engineer, and so I'd never been, never really run a company before in the conventional sense. And so I think as long as you're always thinking about what you need to know and the skills you need, 3, 6, 12 months ahead, I think people will be surprised at how much they can kind of grow into situations that would seem pretty daunting at the outset. Okay. And what key experience would you give to entrepreneurs who are entering your space? Who are entering our space? Yeah, like not competitive, but just entering that into that market. We really focus on making something that people love, and really making our users happy, and there's a lot that goes into that, but at the core, it's really that simple. Well, it sounds like you have a lot of great things going on. Can you wrap up by telling us an inspirational story that entrepreneurs would love to hear? I think one of the things that was most comforting to me when I first started learning about this was, a lot of the very best companies in the world, like the Hall of Fame, is filled with people who are, doing it running a company for the first time, and they didn't know what they were doing either, and they were scared, and so it's okay that you don't have all the answers. The important thing is just to get started. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being with us here today. My pleasure. Thank you.